Hi, this is Michael Orl from WibbleBurn.com, and today I have with me the Samsung Focus. This is one of the very first Windows Phone 7 smartphones to hit the market, and this one will be available from AT&T starting in November. So here is the Focus itself. We'll take a look at the hardware design. You can see it's a wide VGA touchscreen display. It's a Super AMOLED display. It measures 4 inches across in the diagonal. We've got capacitive buttons down here for back, the Windows Start button, and search. On the left-hand edge, a nice metal finish for about 2/3 of the edge. Volume control up here. Got a covered micro USB slot, 3.5mm headphone jack. Right-hand edge, we've got the power standby button and also the 2-stage camera shutter button. On the back, you'll find the 5-megapixel autofocus camera with the LED flash, speaker grill, and just the Windows Phone logo on the back. If I pull it a little bit closer, you should be able to see the fine pinstripe look to it. It's a pretty attractive device. On the bottom, not too much to see, just gloss black and the microphone hole. There's a couple of ambient light sensors up here for auto-dimming the display and the ear speaker as well, and that's about it. I'm going to activate the device, and you can see here's the lock screen. Shows some indications of new messages that have been received, as well as upcoming sales meeting. Integrated lock screen. Just have it set to 1, 2, 3, 4 just so you can see what it looks like. This is the start screen. It's all tile based. It looks somewhat like the menus we saw on the Kin, except totally user configurable and can get quite long. If you want to rearrange things, you just long press on a tile and then you can move them around. Tap here to get to the main menu. It is a long alphabetic list of applications. There's no organization whatsoever, so this is kind of cumbersome. There's no folders except games do all get put into a separate games section here. Not really a folder, but at least it's a little more organized. Back button always gets you back, of course. Start button, no matter where you are, always takes you back to the start screen. You can see that these tiles are live. There's some of my contact photos showing up in People. One Outlook message, 2 text messages. Scroll down here, you'll see some other things, pictures from People, and Facebook status messages will come up in here as well if there are any new ones. You also see one new Google Mail. Let's say there's a tile you wish to get rid of. We'll get rid of AT&T Universe, for example. Just long press it just as if you were going to move it around, except you tap on the unpin button and away it goes. Better yet though, if you know you're never going to use an app, even if it's a carrier app, for example AT&T Family Map, you can uninstall anything. So anything the carrier or the manufacturer loads, you can unload. You notice up at the top of the screen is a lot of blank space. There's no status indication unless you tap there, at which point you can see battery, Wi-Fi, and signal strength. I find that a little annoying that I can't always see it. I don't want to have to tap to see if I have a signal or where the battery is, but it's something you'll probably get used to. I'm going to jump into settings and show you some of the themes. Look at the nice transitions, how everything flips in. It's pretty cool looking. Nice scrolling, very smooth scrolling on the phone in general. Go into themes. Right now we're running the dark theme. Going to tap this and go into light. Not very attractive, if you ask me. I'll just show you what it looks like. A little odd, but it looks really good. The Super AMOLED blacks on this display are just really fantastic. So I'm going to put that back to dark. But I will show you that you can change the accent colors. We were running, maybe it was teal, I don't know. I'm going to flip this to orange instead. You'll notice when we go back to the home screen, everything's orange. Default tiles that don't have their own color or whatever the accent color is. If you want to get into voice command, all you have to do is long press the start button here. Call Jack Black mobile.
Calling Jack Black mobile.
You can see the call is placed. Push this button for the menu to activate the speakerphone, and just tap here to end the call. You can, of course, just dial. And whenever you're in a call, you can still jump around to other parts of the system and get back by tapping at the notification area. We're back in settings here, just so I can again point out that there's both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support, and show you some of the UI functions, just how the settings are organized here. I can swipe left and right to switch panes, so now I can get to applications for things like maps and the people application, which is contacts. There's no visual voicemail support on the phone at this point though. I'm going to jump into the people application. You can see all the contacts here, so I've got a lot of contacts pulled in from Gmail, from Exchange. You can also pull in contacts from Windows Live as well, Facebook. You'll notice that it's a really long list, and there's no obvious way of jumping ahead. You know, you can of course search. I could type J-O-H-N, you know, that kind of thing. That works just fine. But sometimes you just want to skip. You'll notice the letter here for B, for the B section. If I tap on that, the phone will show you all the letters that have matching names. So I can hit R and jump right to the R's, which is really kind of cool. Big font up at the top. If you long press on it, you get access to some settings, just like you could in the settings part of the menu. You'll notice a little bit of the next screen over here. That's trying to give you a hint that you can move over and swipe. This is the What's New feed. It's basically inbound status messages from Facebook and Windows Live. There's no Twitter or MySpace support built in right now. You can look at something. Just tap on somebody here to take a look at their feed, profile, things like that. Or you can tap just on the comment box there to see all the people that like and have commented on that status update. And of course you can like or post a response yourself. In addition to the status feeds and the list, you also got access to recently accessed contacts. And since I was just in my friend Sue's Facebook section there, her Phillies logo is showing up. And see, I can scroll left and right within that section because there's more than one page worth of recently accessed contacts. As you probably noticed on the start screen, I have some contacts pinned there. If you just long press on one, you can either go in, edit the contact, or pin them to the start screen, and it'll append it to the bottom of the screen. There you can see Rafe's picture, and I'll move that in there so it's nice and neat. You might have noticed this picture at the top of the contact list. That's the Me card. That's our own personal status messages right here. So I tap on this, and you can see the messages I've posted. You know, here's one about enjoying the focus. If I tap here, I can enter a new status message. This is the virtual keyboard. It's really, really great. It has great prediction, works really well. A little hard doing it behind a camera. You'll even notice it does auto capitalization for proper nouns that it knows. So I'm going to type Samsung with lowercase, and it will fix it. Been really, really pleased with this. Unfortunately, Microsoft says there's no support for third-party text input systems, meaning we're probably not going to see swipe or anything like that, at least not for the time being. I'm going to scroll down here to the Pictures tile so you can see that. Tap on it, and you'll notice it uses one of our own pictures as the background. You can set that manually. I'm long pressing on the text pictures. You can set it manually to whatever you like, or you can have it change automatically. So it's using one of the sample photos, it looks like. All the status message or social network photos are updated here. MSN Live and Facebook at the moment. Get to all your photos. Notice a lot of things pulled in from our Facebook account, mobile uploads, things like that. Camera roll are the photos I've actually taken. Has a nice film strip kind of view, which I really kind of dig. Multi-touch zooming, of course. We've got this macro photo of a rope knot. You can see the phone's working in landscape orientation just fine. But the problem is Windows Phone 7 in general does not support landscape very well, and applications don't need to support it. So I back out here, and all of a sudden I'm at the Pictures application, and there's nothing you can do. You're not going to get this to work in landscape, which is a real annoyance. Back button will take me back out to the prior level, and save photos are also in here, and it's really easy to share a photo. You just long press the photo and you have access to sharing through various email accounts or uploading. There's a lot of things you can do with it. And another nice thing about the photos is they'll automatically be uploaded to Microsoft's SkyDrive site. The 5 megapixel pictures will be downsized a bit, but still pretty handy, and you can get to them quite easily just going through windowsphone.live.com. Of course, a picture application without a camera is not of much use, so activate the camera by long pressing the shutter button. It's an autofocus system. Press the button halfway and then to get focus, and then all the way to take the photo. And you can see the edge of the prior photo here. You can actually just drag it over and get to video clips and everything else that you shot beforehand. And again, the film strip view is still there, but notice that the one's actually live. It's pretty cool. Just tap on it. Tap up here, switch to video camera mode. I'll show you what settings look like. And this is one of the things that really bothers me. Whenever you change a setting, the next time you launch the camera, it's reset back. So I shot a bunch of test videos to show you guys, only to find out that they were all VGA resolution because I didn't each time switch it to 720 HD. I don't ever want to shoot a VGA video. I don't know about you. I always want HD, and that's just not possible here. You have to switch it manually every single time. But we'll do so right now. So now we're recording a 720p HD video. I'll move around a little bit more and then stop it so we can play it. Okay, so I'll drag back over here, and there's the video. Tap on it. Really high quality video recording on this device.